Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. You don't see this about yourself, but they do. All right, so we're going to get right into it, and you know how we do it over here. This is the sugar-free zone, baby. No sugar coating. So what we're going to do is take a moment and meditate here on the three cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card 1 with the green aventurine, card 2, the carnelian crystal, and card 3, the brown moonstone. Let's get straight into it. Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. You don't see this about yourself, but they do. So let's get one thing straight off top. You don't serve crumbs, but baby, you really don't know how rare your energy is. Pile 1, you were drawn here to the strength card and the green aventurine crystal. But this ain't about brute force, okay? This is that I survived and stayed soft kind of power. That quiet clapback, that still waters run deep type of pressure. What I'm picking up is this. People study how you carry yourself, okay? Now they watch you glide through chaos. It's like, damn, how do they do it like that? Simply, you don't fold, you don't chase, and the gag is you make it look light. Okay? You make it look light. So, low key, they are obsessed, and I'm just gonna say it, okay? Some are jealous because you got this natural balance that's hard to fake, okay? Vulnerable, but not weak, never weak, okay? Calm, but not to be played with, and magnetic without even trying. So here's the thing, you're not loud about it. And that's what drives them crazy because you walk in a room and suddenly everybody's adjusting themselves and fixing their energy because they feel yours. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's keep going. We're about to flip your next card because the vibe is layered. And I want to see who's feeling you the most and why, it's sticking with them longer than it should. And listen, if you're sitting there thinking like this reading is all in my business, then you already know what it is. If you ever want the raw, unfiltered download straight from your guides, my private readings are open and the link is in the description. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull your next card and make sure you stay with me to the end because I'm going to give you your total energetic summary because you deserve to know exactly why your aura is the one that they don't forget. So let's pull your next card. Look at that. Be brave and true, spirit warrior. All right. Let me get your other card here. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what's coming out. That's actually a synchronicity with the Strength card. Be brave and true. Okay, the next card is the Castle. Wow. So you got be brave and true with the Spirit Warrior and the Castle. So we're going to start here with brave and true and then move into the Castle energy. Let's see. I'm going to tell you. Let's get this clear. All right. Let's get this totally clear. You are the one who stands still while everyone else scrambles. Okay. You feel deeply, but you move with direction. Okay. So you have been broken open. Sure, right? But instead of folding, you got sharper and softer and realer. And that's a spiritual muscle. Okay, so what I'm picking up is this. You are not meant to blend in, okay? Because you're built to anchor the room, okay? So you don't need validation to know you're rare. But let me remind you, they see it, they feel it, and they try to mirror it, okay? But it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. So now we got the castle. Woo! This right here, this is your reminder that you are the safe place and the fortress. So yeah, people come to you spiritually hungry and somehow they leave full. But don't get it twisted. Not everyone deserves a key to the gate. Here is the secret that no one talks about. You have been the rock in everyone else's chaos. But now Spirit is saying, protect the kingdom. Your heart is royalty. Your energy, sanctuary. You don't owe access to anybody who can't honor that. And make sure you stay with me till the end because I'm giving you your total energetic summary because you deserve to know exactly why your aura is the one they don't forget. All right, pile one. So we're going to go ahead and continue and pull your next card to see where the energy is headed. All right. All right, so what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the Lover's card. And you are, right? You are a lover and not a fighter. And see, some people can't stand that because it's some people that may have been in your circle, baby, that love to just start-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's like that drama team, that drama crew. And you're not about that life, but don't get it twisted. You can pop off. And that's what they know. That's what they know. So that's why they kind of stand back and they like, ooh, do not mess with this one. But I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up here with the Lover energy. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, here's what's coming through loud and clear. Your default setting is connection. It's connection. It's real love, harmonious flow. But what people don't realize until it's too late is this. You love with intention. And not everyone qualifies for access to that version of you. And trust, some of the folks around you, they were used to drama, tension, picking fights for sport. Okay, but you were not trying to build chaos. No, you were out here trying to build legacy. You loved with your hands and your time, with your care and your calm. Okay, and some of them couldn't handle the peace you came with. They couldn't, right? So they needed the noise. And you weren't about to turn your heaven into a battleground for anybody. You're not doing it. But here's the thing. You're not soft. You're sacred. And you will pop off, but only when it matters. And baby, that's what keeps people real quiet behind your back because they know you don't yell, you shift the atmosphere. Okay, so now the Lover card is not just about romance, it's about alignment. Okay, and it's Spirit saying that you don't bend for anyone anymore. So if it's not mutual, if it's not soul-fed and truth-led, you're gone quietly, elegantly, and they feel that absence like a slap. All right, so let's keep going because this energy just turned up, and let's see, what comes through next. Thank you, Spirit. All right, honey. You're not out here in these streets playing with nobody and playing with your time, baby. You know time is of the essence, and time is precious. So when they get mad at you for pulling back, you just say, "Oh, okay. That's nice. You can stay mad. You can be big mad. I don't even care. I'm good." What's Usher's song? Good. We ain't good, but we still good. Say, cause you good over here. You know you good. Number pile one. So let's go ahead and pull your next card. All right. So what's the energy as it does relate? Let's see. I want to adjust your cards so you can see them pretty good. All right. What is the energy coming through? Gemini, the butterfly. Gemini, the butterfly. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up. Thank you, Spirit. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. You got some superficial people around you. Or you had them around you. Okay, and that person is kind of like restless. The person I'm talking about is restless and fidgety. Okay, while you try to communicate, be open and communicate with this person, they were being a little shady. I'm just saying it. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm the messenger. So don't get mad at me. But you street smart. You picked up the shade. You picked it up. So let me just say this. Like I said, let them be mad. Be big mad. All right. Because you're good over here. You elevated. You're unbothered and paid in peace. Now, let's go ahead and get into this Gemini, baby, this butterfly. Now, when I tell you what I'm picking up, thank you, Spirit. This card is ruled by Mercury, and it's exposing what's been hiding in plain sight. You had somebody around you who was all charm and talk, but no depth. Superficial, shady, and way too restless to handle your frequency. They might have laughed a little too hard at your vulnerability, okay? Or gone quiet every time you brought up the real stuff. And you were trying to connect. You were trying to communicate like an adult. But they were fidgeting through truth and dodging accountability like it was a game. Let me say this loud for the ones in the back. You are street smart, and Spirit is proud of how you peeped the energy without even needing a confrontation. You didn't need a confrontation. You didn't throw a fit. You didn't beg for clarity. You just observed and adjusted. And baby, that was the lesson. Honey, you outgrew the mask. They stayed performing. And now they're stuck in a cycle and you're over here glowing, flying, and not even checking the stage. All right, Clarity family, let's pull the next card because your glow up has folks shook and we're not even done yet. Okay, so let's see what's coming through. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What do we have coming through? You got compassion. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. And that's exactly what you have been doing. You've been giving grace to those that truly don't deserve it, But listen, the universe recognizes that about you, and you're going to be paid abundantly. Okay? Not for putting up with anybody's mess, but for really just observing what it is and giving grace and moving forward. And I'm going to tell you how that works. Thank you, Spirit. Um, Listen. Compassion is the currency of your soul. Okay? So you have been like spending it generously. Here's the raw truth. You have given grace to people who barely gave you decency. You softened your tone, explained yourself 3 different ways, and let things slide that cut deep. And not because you're weak, but because you're wise. You know that energy loops. And instead of throwing shade, you sent love and kept it moving. But Spirit doesn't miss a thing. And baby, you're about to be paid in full. Not for tolerating BS, but for choosing not to become it. Your reward is coming because you stayed rooted in who you are while they tested every edge. Okay? Because you alchemized their mess into maturity. Compassion doesn't mean access. And you're finally learning that you can wish people well without inviting them back in. Because your aura holds a frequency of forgiveness that doesn't even need an apology. And that's power. So that's why your blessings are loud and your circle is small. So let's keep going because I want to see what this next card wants to say, because your inner peace, honey, that's your protection. All right, so let's get the next card coming through. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? What do they see? What they see in you but refuse to say. Let's see what we got here. Thank you, Spirit. Four of Swords. Baby, you done took back your power. And it's air energy lying right here with Gemini. It's air, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So, of course, this air energy could be seen in the top placements of their chart or yours. But, baby, they seen you take back your power. You resting, you looking good now. You look a lot younger than your age as well. So, I'm going to break it all down to you. Honey, listen. They see that you have pulled all your energy back because you rested, you recalibrated, you stopped explaining yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. And now you're untouchable. Not because you're hiding, but because you healed. This is straight air energy right here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So yeah, you might carry these placements heavy, or they might, or the other person might, this person might, right? But either way, they are clocking the glow up that came from your quiet season, from the solitude, from the nah, I'm good text. Okay. That never got sent because you weren't about to beg anyone to match your energy. That's out. So here's the part they won't say out loud. You look younger, lighter, like you peeled 10 years off your soul by simply letting go. You're radiant in a way that can't be faked because it's peace, not product. Okay? So yeah, they see you choosing yourself, and they're shook because you're not mad. You're not pressed. You're just booked, blessed, and busy healing in peace. And they didn't expect you to bounce back with boundaries and beauty. Mm-mm. They didn't expect that. No, 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 no. So, what we're going to do now is give you the total energetic frequency here of their energy and what they see, but they won't say it to you. And a lot of it is due to their ego of worry, doubt, and fear, and just don't want you to know that they see that you have leveled up, you have evolved. So here it is. Here's the total energetic frequency that is coming through about this person. And I'm picking up more than one person as well because of the Gemini energy that came through and the Lovers energy. Thank you, Spirit. So this is what's happening. All right. Okay. This is the thing. Your strength, okay? Your strength is this. You are not performative. You're powerful. See, you walk in rooms and shift the frequency without even trying. You make people question who they are just by being who you've become. Your evolution, that Gemini plus the Lover's energy. Honey, it's not just romance, it's identity. It's the way you've outgrown roles that they tried to keep you boxed in. You speak different, you dress different, your standards don't bend anymore. And that intimidates the ones still stuck, okay? Because your wisdom, that Four of Swords, it told it all. You took your power back and did it in silence. They expected you to fall apart. But what really broke is their version of you and your heart. And despite all that, you still led with grace. That compassion card, it shows that you've got a soul that's rare and they know it. That's why they linger in your energy long after the connection ended, because they're still energetically seated at your table with no plate. Now, here's the part that they'll never say, but spirit will. Okay. You are the blueprint, the soft power, the quiet storm, the one that taught people what it really looks like to rise. They don't have the range to tell you the truth, but their actions, their obsession, it already told the story. If you want a personal deep dive into who this person is and what's next for you in your glow up, or how to fully align with this frequency of self-love and wealth, the booking link is in the description. And you know where to find me. So drop a green heart in the comments if this hits. And never forget, you don't even see this about yourself, but they do. And baby, they can't unsee it. As always, I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hey Clarity family, welcome to your reading. This is pile 2. You don't see this about yourself, but they do. Your energy pulls you right here to the carnelian crystal and the patience card. And baby, this message is loud. Okay, you have been holding back. but you are not to be played with. All right. You see, the carnelian is all about power under pressure. So, yeah, you got this bold, raw energy that's ready to pop, but you've been waiting on the right timing and not rushing results. Okay. It's kind of like that Capricorn vibe, right? It's showing up heavy. Maybe it's in the top placements of your birth chart or even theirs, the top placement. So it could be in the sun, the moon, the rising sign, the seventh house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. And it could be in theirs. But here's the tea. They know that you have been quietly building, not sleeping. You've got vision. And they can feel the shift coming, even if they don't know what it is yet. Okay? Because you have been making moves in silence. And that silence has been loud to the ones watching you. So yeah, honey, they underestimated you, right? Because you were not showing off. They thought your patience was passiveness, but you have just been strategic. So now they're anxious because they can feel that moment coming, right? When you just won't, it's a moment that's coming for you that you're moving into where when you won't just arrive, you'll dominate. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull your next card to see where this patience is leading. So don't click off. Your total energetic frequency is coming at the end of this pile. And trust me, you're going to want to hear what they've been clocking, but too prideful to admit. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your next card. Right. See what we got. You have the Gelato Goddess, and the card says Brave Soul. The Gelato Goddess. He is the brave soul. All right. I'm going to pull another card, and then I'm going to read the energies together. I'm picking up something deep with the Gelato Goddess here. Gelato Goddess. And the next card is the Castle. Now, the Castle came out in pile 1, so you might want to take a look at that pile, okay? So, but I'm picking up a slightly different message here with the Castle for you, pile 2. Okay, so we're going to start here with the Gelato Goddess. Okay. This card is not just pretty energy. It's bold femininity, okay? It's soft and power with a steel spine, okay? So you're the type of person who can make healing look easy and elevation look easy. But the truth is, what people don't see is how many times you had to hype yourself up, right? When no one was clapping. You walk through heavy energy while still giving softness to people. And you were giving that softness to people who wouldn't even held the door open for you. That's brave. That's rare. And that's exactly why they watch you like they do. Even if they don't say it, they're intimidated and intrigued at the same time. Okay, because you carry the kind of essence that makes people ask themselves why they haven't done their own healing yet. Okay, so now the Castle. Let me be real with you. Some people assume your patience means you're waiting on a handout. Nah. What they don't know is you are the castle. You're building a legacy brick by brick. And you're not rushing it because you know you're the type that doesn't need to settle for scraps. You're meant to own the land and not just rent the vibe. And listen, while some folks are chasing attention, you're cultivating value, okay? Because that's the part that stings for them. They can't figure out how you look so put together and unbothered when they have tried to copy your every move, right? Excuse me. So I'm not done yet. So stay with me because your total energetic frequency is up next. Well, it'll be coming up after I pull your other cards, but we're going to see, what they see in you, but would never dare say out loud. And it's going to explain exactly why your aura stays on their mind. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's get your next card here. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? All right, so you got Pluto. Look, the Pluto, baby. This is the planet of transformation, rebirth, and cycles, basic instinct. And Pluto rules over Scorpio. I'm gonna tell you what I'm picking up. This is deep what I'm picking up. You did not expect to hear this, okay? Listen. You didn't expect to hear this one that's coming through. Okay. This is deep shadow work meets boss level rebirth energy. And let me tell you right now, sometimes I repeat myself and I don't know why. But you didn't expect this to come through. But Spirit is not playing with your glow up. Spirit is not playing with your glow up. Pluto is that one planet that doesn't whisper. It rips the mask off, burns the old storyline, and makes you look directly at what you've become. So here's what I'm picking up. Someone around you, they watched you go through a personal death and rebirth, and they're still stuck on who you used to be. They thought you'd stay quiet, stay small, stay second guessing. But baby, Pluto don't work like that, okay? You have become untouchable in ways they can't comprehend. They don't recognize you anymore. And that's exactly why they're triggered. Because you evolved past the version of yourself that let them play in your energy. This card says you shed it all. The people, the pain, the patterns. And now you walk with the mystery, the depth, and power that makes people nervous and wildly attracted. Okay, so Pluto doesn't just transform you, it marks you. Okay, it marks you. That's why your presence hits different now. Okay, because they feel your absence before you even leave the room. Okay, so, honey, stick with me because you got 2 more cards to go. And then we'll give your total energetic summary. And I already know that this summary is going to hit home. So let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is it that they see about you, but they won't say it? They don't want you to know. Thank you, Spirit. Justice. The Justice cards, baby. Balance, equality. All right. I'm going to say this. This ain't just fairness. This is cosmic receipts being delivered. Okay. See, what they see in you but won't say out loud is that you became their karma. And you didn't even have to do anything messy. just by being unbothered, focused, and patient. Yes, that patient card is still tracking. Okay? You became the reminder that you get what you give. So let me be real with you. They didn't expect you to hold your peace. They didn't expect you to level up quietly. They thought your silence was weakness. But in reality, your silence was strategy. And now you walk like a person who's got the universe backing every move. And you walk like a soul who already signed the contract and got paid in purpose. So this card also tells me someone wants to make it right, but their ego is louder than their accountability. They admire the way you stay 10 toes down without turning bitter. That kind of grace, that kind of internal balance, it shakes people who never learned how to carry themselves with integrity. So now they watch and they wonder how you stay so solid. How do you do it? They can't even fathom. So we got 2 more cards to go before your energetic wrap up, and trust that that final summary is going to read your whole aura. All right, so let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What do they see, but they don't want you to know? What do they see about you? Wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. Okay. You better know it. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. Now, this card don't lie, okay? And baby, let me tell you, you're not just smart, you're seasoned, okay? You have been through enough cycles to teach the damn class. And what's wild is this. They talk about it behind closed doors like they always know what to say. They don't fall for the same traps anymore. Something about them just feels evolved. But see, what they won't admit is how your wisdom intimidates them. You're the type of person who sees the setup before it happens, right? So you feel energy before it's spoken, okay? And you clock a lie before the sentence even lands. And that right there is what scares people who rely on confusion and manipulation. Okay. You have outgrown your old patterns, your old wounds, and even your old identity. And they remember the old version of you, the one that tolerated too much, gave too fast, loved too hard. But now, you walk like someone who's been initiated through the fire and came out golden. So yeah, you're quiet sometimes and you observe more than you speak. But behind that calm exterior is someone who's been through hell and built a garden on the ashes. So this card says that your wisdom isn't just mental, it's spiritual authority. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull that final card before your full energetic summary. Okay, because the download that's about to drop, yeah, it's personal. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? All right. Eight of Swords. Somebody's upset. Somebody is going through something heavy mentally because you have pulled back your power, because you are not feeding that low vibrational connection. But I'm going to get deep with it because I'm feeling something significant coming through with this Eight of Swords. And this is crazy. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So this is not light work, baby. This is heavy mental weight, okay? But let me break it all the way down because somebody is in a mental prison, and guess what? You're the trigger. Yep. And not because you did anything wrong, but because you refused to keep playing the same game. You took your power back. You stopped chasing. You stopped explaining. And you stopped letting their chaos live rent-free in your spirit. And now they are spiraling. So this person who once thought that they had access to your energy on demand is now stuck in a cycle of replaying everything you said, everything you didn't say, and every damn silence you left them sitting in. Here's the kicker. This isn't just any breakdown. This feels like it started getting real around March or April. Okay? A time when you started showing up differently. More peaceful, more pulled back, less available, more aligned. Okay? Now that shift, it hit them like a wall. Because when you removed your presence, it exposed their patterns. So, honey, they thought that they moved on easily or replace you or ignore your glow. But the truth is, nobody else feels like you. Nobody else sees them like you did. And now they're stuck. Stuck in regret, stuck in confusion, stuck wondering, did I lose the real one? And baby, that silence you gave them, honey, it is louder than any words ever could have been. All right, so now sit tight because because this total energetic summary that's coming next, it's about to wrap up everything they feel but won't ever admit, okay? And this total energetic summary is going to show you exactly why your presence still owns the room while wrapping up everything that they won't admit. All right, let's get into it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's bring it all home, Clarity family. Let's bring it home. You came in with the carnelian crystal and the patience card, and right off the bat, Spirit made it known. You are not the type to beg, rush, or chase. You wait in power, okay? Because you've been through some cycles, storms, silence, and still showed up with heart. But don't get it twisted. Just because you're patient doesn't mean you're passive. Then came the gelato goddess, the brave soul. Okay, so people don't realize the kind of bold grace it takes to be you. You move soft, but your impact hits hard. You have smiled through betrayal, stayed silent when you could have clapped back, and that makes you unforgettable. The castle showed up to remind us you're not for everybody and you're not meant to be. You are your own sanctuary. Your energy is elite. And now you're on the outside looking in, wondering why they ever doubted your worth. Okay. So Pluto stepped in loud. Pluto stepped in real loud. Okay. Because you have been reborn. The old you, gone. The version they used to get doesn't live here anymore. And that's what's eating them alive. Justice confirmed what we already knew. Spirit keeps receipts. And now the scales are balancing. And you don't have to fight for your spot. You are the spot. So what you lost is being returned, but better. And what they took is being replaced, but sweeter. Wisdom reminded us you don't just survive, you elevate. Everything you've been through, you transmuted it. And that glow they see is built from scars they never stayed to understand. And finally, the Eight of Swords. This card laid it bare. Someone is mentally stuck because you refuse to stay stuck with them. Okay? And they underestimated your growth. And now they're watching you shine in silence from the shadows. You don't see this about yourself, but they do. You are peace wrapped in power, soft and savage, divine, chosen, protected. And when you left their world, you took the light with you. Give a red heart and a comment if this hits deep and you're ready for your own personal clarity, right? The link to book your private reading is in the description. But either way, keep walking in your magic because, baby, they're still watching and you still own the room. As always, sending you lots of love and good energy. Welcome, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You don't see this about yourself, but they do. Your energy drew you here to the brown moonstone crystal and the direction card. Let's just say that this combo, it doesn't play around. This pile is for the ones who are being silently watched because your life is starting to move in a direction that they never saw coming. So you might not see it yet, but your path just got divine clearance. And people are starting to whisper. Some are inspired. Others, they're low-key shook that you're not only still standing, that you're walking in a whole new direction with your chin up and your peace intact. The brown moonstone isn't just grounding, okay? It's a symbol of new growth after chaos. So if you've been wondering whether that inner shift you made is showing externally, oh, they see it. They see it loud and clear. And the direction card that tells me that your moves are no longer up for debate. No longer up for debate because you're moving like someone who knows exactly where they're headed, even if the world hasn't caught up yet. Okay? Even if the world hasn't caught up to your glow up yet. You may not realize this, but you have already stepped out of the cycle. This is the part where the blessings catch up to your alignment. So let's go ahead and pull your next card to see what energy is rising around you and what they see but refuse to say. And make sure you stay with me until the end because I'm going to break down your total energetic frequency so you finally understand why your path is powerful and unforgettable. Oh, and don't forget, if this resonates deep and you're ready to get crystal clear on your life, your love, or purpose, the link to book your private reading is in the description. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's pull your next card. Right. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You have all good things are wild and free. Wild and free cards showing up. Thank you, Spirit. See, that's why they pressed. They can't cuff you, baby. They see you as having freedom, right? They can sense it like, oh, wait a minute, she's about to take off and leave our butts in the dust. Okay, so let me pull your next card. We got the Wild and Free card coming through. You also have the Shadow card. I'm going to tell you what both of these are meaning for you with this connection as well. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to start here with the Wild and Free energy. All right, so let's see. You have an energy that says, I've tasted restriction and now I crave liberation. They feel it, even if you haven't said a word, because your silence is loud. You stopped explaining yourself, okay? And you're not negotiating your worth. You're moving like freedom itself, and it's got some people real nervous. They see you becoming untouchable. Not because you're distant, but because you finally stopped making your power small for people who never earned it. You used to shrink. Now you rise. Okay, and they thought you would be available forever. Plot twist. You're already miles ahead in mindset, in healing, in clarity. And now, listen, we got to talk about this Shadow card. Because the ones watching you, they are sitting with the part of themselves that they never healed. Your transformation is triggering. You used to feel reachable, like maybe you still needed them, but now you're activating their shadow, right? You're activating their shadow just by existing. And they see the way you stop chasing. They see the way you call your energy back. They see the way you're finally choosing you, and it makes them uncomfortable. Why? Because they are not used to seeing someone walk away without bitterness, just truth. And let's be real, some of these people try to define you by your past, but they are realizing now you don't even live there anymore. No. So let's go ahead and pour your next card and see how deep this evolution really goes, because baby, you're not who they remember. And that's the whole point. And don't forget, stay until the very end, because your total energetic summary is about to call all of this out and reveal exactly what they see in you that they just can't read. They can't forget it. Thank you, Spirit. So let's do it. Let's get your next card. All right. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? The Zodiac Cancer. You're an empath, honey. You are an empath. You are nocturnal. Some people call you moody, but that's because you're tapped into your emotions and you are family oriented. And don't come for the ones you love, because then you get ugly, right? Baby. So this next card with Cancer showing up, they thought you were for play. You're family oriented. Don't mess with the people that you love, because things will go left real quick. But there's some nostalgic energy here. Somebody's really thinking back like, man, I remember when we used to go here and do that. But guess what else they know? They know that you are highly intuitive. They know that they cannot pull the wool over your eyes because Cancer is ruled by the moon, okay? And the moon also rules over the mother. So there's something significant here about a maternal figure. Yeah. They thought you were for play, and they thought your softness meant weakness, but they forgot Cancer is the crab, okay? Soft on the outside, but armored the heck up. You are the type to love hard, to ride for your people, to protect what's yours at all cost. But when someone crosses the line, you'll retreat, rebuild, and never come back the same. And here's the kicker. They're nostalgic now. They are in memory lane, thinking about those moments when they had access to you. That late night convo, okay? The safe space, the way you used to show up. And what are they now realizing? That they fumbled something real. Because you were the real one. Cancer is ruled by the moon. And that means intuition is your superpower. They may have lied, okay? And they may have worn a mask. But deep down, you already knew. You just waited for the receipts to match the vibe. And when they did, you left the room. You left no room for confusion. Now, let's talk about this maternal energy because someone is either projecting their wounds around mothering, abandonment, or control onto you. Or you're being spiritually mothered and protected by an ancestor who's been guiding this transformation. Either way, you are divinely protected. So now the energy is like, damn, I thought I had more time. But Spirit said, nope, your elevation is on schedule. And what they don't say out loud is that they miss your warmth. But now it's out of reach. So let's put your next card. You actually have 2 more cards to go. You got 2 more cards to go before your total energetic frequency. And the next card is the next 2 cards will bring it all the way home. So stay locked in. All right, so let's get it. Thank you, Spirit. No, you got 3 more cards to go. So here we go. All right, so give me 1 second while I adjust your cards here. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the 2 of Pentacles. Baby, they know you got options. You got options. 2 of Pentacles, earth energy, harmony, balance. Thank you, Spirit. They know you got options. They tried to act like they got all the options. Everybody's looking at them and going for them and wanting to be around them. But you got options and you don't even see it like that. You don't care because this is the thing about you. You are about quality, not quantity. But I'm going to really explain this 2 of Pentacles. Again, it's earth, zodiac energy. So, let's break this down because this is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo vibes. So it's giving grounded, intentional, and balanced AF. You're not running around chasing crumbs, okay? You're evaluating everything with wisdom, discernment, and divine timing. See, the 2 of Pentacles shows up when someone is juggling or being juggled. But in this case, you're the one with the hidden leverage. Okay. And they didn't realize you were stacking your blessings, aligning your priorities, and balancing your life quietly behind the scenes. And now they are shook because you don't even need to flaunt. You don't have to flaunt your options to have them. Okay. You don't chase, you attract, because you know the real power is in choosing, not proving. Here's the part that they won't say out loud. They thought you'd be sitting still, but now they see you moving different, glowing up, protecting your peace. And the thought of that, right? The thought that and the thought that someone else could match your vibe. Just them having that thought, ooh, someone else could match their vibe, right? It eats them alive thinking that. So, yeah, they're out here trying to flex or entertain like temporary energy. But you were being positioned for something permanent. And this is just the start because, honey, we still got 2 cards left. And baby, the next one is about to take this even deeper. So stay locked in because the full energetic frequency is coming. And trust me, it's going to read your soul. All right, so let's get it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? All right. Grace. Grace is the universe's blessings. Open your heart to receive. Didn't we just get this? That Spirit is blessing you and that the universe is conspiring in your favor? Honey. So let's look at this and how you have given, this person grace and have given grace and extended grace to people who will not even give you a sandwich. But we're going to talk about it. Thank you, Spirit. You've been given grace, baby. A kind word or even like a moment of emotional safety. And yet you still kept it cute, kept it kind, and kept it moving. But Spirit is moving for you now, okay? Grace is a holy flex. And not everybody can hold pain without passing it on. Not everyone can walk away from betrayal and not drag somebody's name through the mud. And not everyone can be disrespected and still choose healing over revenge. But you did. And this card is not just about what you gave, it's about what's being returned to you. All right. So you're stepping into a season where your goodness has interest on it, where the energy you poured into people who weren't ready for it is being rerouted to the ones who are, to the spaces that see your light, and that they don't just want to take it, but honor it. And that person who's been in your energy, they felt your grace, even when they were testing you, even when they played with your peace. They felt it, and they miss it. Okay, because now it's clear that you were the blessing. This is why you can't second guess yourself when Spirit pulls you back. Not everyone deserves access to your gentleness, your mercy, your empathy, because you are not for sport. You are not a project. You are a divine force in motion, and the universe just confirmed they saw everything. All right? They saw everything. Your spirit guides, the source, saw everything. And we're almost there. Only one more card to go to pull before I break it down. Okay. One more card before I break down your full energetic summary. And baby, I already know it's going to confirm everything your soul's been whispering. So let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so what is the energy as it does relate? Let's see. I want to adjust your cards just so you can see everything clear. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna make a little space here, right? All right. Here we go. This is your final card before the energetic summary. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's do this. You got the Five of Wands. This is creative energy and fire zodiac energy. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up loud and clear. Absolutely love the Five of Wands coming through, especially with the wild and free energy that you got here earlier, because that is fire and creative as well. So this is pure creative friction, baby. It's the kind of energy that only shows up when you're on the edge of something big. But here's the real download. They see you as competition now. Yep. The ones who used to brush you off, minimize you, ignore you, now they feel threatened because you're not just glowing, you're becoming a force. And they know if you keep going, they will have to watch you win from a distance. This card carries fire sign frequency, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and it screams, she's not just in the room, she's changing the temperatures. But let's be real. This was never just about attention. You don't want to compete. You don't need the spotlight. You were just trying to live in your truth. And suddenly, people feel the heat just being near your evolution. Okay? And this card shows that they're scrambling now, trying to keep up, trying to figure out what changed in you, why your power hits different. You know what it is. You stopped shrinking. You stopped people pleasing. You started honoring the divine tension that happens when your soul says, it's time to level up, even if it makes others uncomfortable. So listen, don't dull your fire to make someone else feel safe, because this creative conflict, this inner restlessness, it's fuel, okay? And now, honey, now that we've got all your cards pulled, let's get into your total energetic frequency of what they see in you, but won't admit out loud. Buckle up. It's about to get real. All right. So here it is. The total energetic frequency of what they see in you, but won't say out loud. You are the directional power. They feel it in their bones. The sense that it's like this sense that you're headed somewhere sacred, somewhere they can't follow unless they evolve too. Okay? And you're not waiting around for apologies, for validation, for someone to see your worth. You are the direction now. Your presence shifts atmospheres. And even your silence is loud. You move like a rare gem that knows its value. It's like that patience plus carnelian, okay? That combo hit hard because you have been waiting on divine timing. The direction, not on people. And that makes you dangerous in the best way. You're no longer reaching, you're responding, and you're choosing with discernment, not desperation. That's queen behavior. That's queen behavior, okay? They see you as untouchable. You have been through your platonic cycle. You don't chase, you command. So, with this Five of Wands, this sealed it. This sealed it. You are now the competition. Okay? And you didn't even choose to be. So it's not because you're trying to compete, but because you found your lane. And now everybody's swerving. Okay? You leveled up. And your glow up feels like a loss to those who counted on you staying beneath them. So let them watch, let them wonder, let them wish, because you're not slowing down. If this reading hit deep and you want a personal session tailored to your birth chart or your current energy, the link is in the description. You already know your aura, unforgettable. Now go be seen because they already feel you coming. As always, I'm sending you lots of love and good energy.